Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Sunday Shogi. Welcome Lily, long time no see. I was almost worried. I was almost asking everyone, where is Lily? Did Mahjong stuck with you too much? Yeah, Mokkun won. Okay, so to explain the title of the stream, we learned that there is a pro playing on the Shogi. This person. Oh, he's still playing. Cool. And you can guys challenge him. Yokoyama is his name. Does a game count as bullying if it's WSL? Let me see. So that's the pro that's currently playing on Shogi. If you guys interested in challenging him, in the meantime, I'm gonna accept your links to your games so that we can analyze it live. And today's random emote is Sad Penguin. Nice, Toad, nice. Hi, Pinok. Hi, Yellow Light. How is going? Great, thank you so much. And I had a great chess training in the morning, and now finally some shogi. Do I challenge him? No. What do you mean you're not sure if you're ready, Mifa? What happened? Now I'm curious. Now I'm really curious. Hi, Misera! I should call you Cucumber, according to our last week's talk. Let's see how this game goes. So currently I have 2 links. I have Lily's game, which I'm gonna download if I only remember which button. Oh god, the sound. Okay, let me lower the sound. Let me lower it. Save. Maybe keep this open. Nope. Okay, let's keep this open here. And this, let's take it. He's not 100% winning, which is quite interesting. Jen, I'm waiting for your game as well. Okay, me first game. We have 3 games. There are many viewers here. You don't see it under the chat. There's 8 spectators. Seven down on 81. Ooh. Jen, I'm still waiting for your link. Wait, what? Center resigned. Gote is victorious. Which one is Center? This is Center? I assume. Wait, no. I'm still confused about which one is Center. Oh, wait. Pro resigned actually? Why? Both are Center. What link, Jen? You have every time. I mean, yesterday you played a game, right? So I assumed you have something to show me. But hi, Magic. Center resigned. Gote is victorious. What? Wait, we just. Okay, because Center resigned, Gote is victorious. Okay, gotcha. Got it, Jen. I suppose I should share my TTM run 9. Okay, Toad. If anybody else who's watching the stream would like to share the Kifu so that we can comment it online in front of everybody and be completely roasted. That's not a good advertisement. All right. Wait, we have some games going on right now also. Leo Akatsuki. Wait. I'm pretty sure this sound is too loud. Okay, let me fix that. Oh, you need to wake up tomorrow? Okay, got it, Jen. Let's completely speed up the whole process and put Jen on first on our list. Because you don't say no to Jen. And let's load his keyful. Everyone needs to wake up tomorrow. Cannot say no to Jen, yes. So Jen played a game yesterday, which was WSL. And he played the Cozy Castle. And here, Jen, I think you were sure. I mean, you can do it, Nimu. Here I was wondering whenever you want to defend this line better, because he has a solid castle. And if there is a sabaki of the rooks, you will have harder time breaking. So you went here. And here he could have continued attacking here, and it's really hard to like defend this. What's up? Great magazine chunk. Great one. I really like the format. It's like very informative, very short but very informative. Love it. So here you like move the rook twice, right? As an effect, the also your castle was destroyed. I'm jealous almost. And here I thought you have a chance, Jin. Something like this. Probably. This will be problematic, but I mean, it allows some fighting chances. But I think in the game you were also having quite nice chances. Here you sabaki the rook, here they cannot drop the pawn because of the Nifu, which is great. I think your opponent should have attacked more strongly here, perhaps, to like promote the rook again, prioritize the rook promotion. Well, Mifa, it's very easy. You go to playshogi.com, you post it, and you share the link immediately. Doesn't take much time. Alright, TT game. Alright, got it, Abigail. So here I thought you have nice chances because you're threatening, you know, silver and silver and the bishop drop, but Little Mage did a great job dropping the rook. So we cannot possibly allow another rook. Okay, so one thing is maybe we should have slow down a notch and go here instead, and then go with the rook promotion. And here I really would like to not make rook exchange, but maybe this gold is our trouble, right? So it's hard to say. On the other hand, his rook is trapped in his camp. For example, here he's trapped. Here, yeah, he's offering exchange again. Maybe that's trouble, right? Pawn drop 6-4. In which moment, Jen? Like here, or? If the silver goes away and if they drop the rook against your rook, then you can promote, I assume. Yeah, that's cool. And if they go back, well, you're actually attacking 2 pieces. Yeah, I like it. Actually, that solves all your problems, yes. I mean, yeah, you would have to notice the rook drop, which I also missed. But it's something we can learn from this, right? That's cool. Thanks for sharing. No, after the game. After the game. After. Here, Little Mage did a great job, like, abusing this. And here, I don't think you have time to play moves like this. I think you should just concentrate on somehow breaking through. So perhaps a knight drop, you know, trying to set up some checkmate threat. Hi, Rico. So that, you know, your king survives barely. And then perhaps if he's not careful enough, you can win by one move. But yeah, it is losing, but hopefully, we can survive long enough, right? So for example, this would be quite threatening to them. Yeah. So I think you still had some fight left if you just ignored your king. You're like, yeah, I invested my moves. Okay, now different. Yeah, he spent time promoting this token. He's still far away from my king. On the other hand, I have a well-placed dragon. All I have to do is use the pieces in hand more efficiently. I talked during the stream about this, that in this position, for example, he has only rook in hand, and all of his pieces are far away from your king. So if you manage to speed up somehow and use the pieces that you have in your hand, you're gonna be winning, yeah? It's not too greedy. It's not the word I would use to describe your playstyle. Here, for example, the gold is a little bit scary, but here you're already in trouble, I'd say. So here, on the other hand, you should be greedy, right? You should be greedy. You're like, I'm gonna checkmate you first. I think you should... I think you have good intuition, but you should take into consideration reading a little bit more. What are my assets? What are my opponent's assets? And what do I do with it? So like here you are like, yeah, sure, this can win you games on like 5Q level, because this is a good attack. But on this one down level, you have to find the best move in this position, right? The fastest one. So don't play the move that looks good, or like, ooh, this is nice feeling, I activate all my pieces. Take into consideration that your king is in the open. He's going to die soon. And what do I do before he dies type of thinking. So I have to attack faster, yeah? Perhaps this type of approach will help you. The bishop on 5 knives trapped. Yeah, this is why it's a decoy. It's a distraction. It's like, please take me and give me a move to play. Yeah, you see? This way we are able to input an attacking move, because the material, as we know, in the end game doesn't matter, yeah? So in this way, it was a nice decoy. I'm not saying this is winning right now, but both sides need to still be careful, yeah? Okay. I'm not keeping you, Jen. I know you mentioned you have to wake up tomorrow, so hope it helps you. Because everybody in the chat can agree that we noticed that you're playing better and better. People yesterday were talking about how can you beat this rating that you had. I think it was 5Q, because people believe you're stronger than that. So I think you're very close to like level up, so you just have to believe in yourself and do it, okay? Mifa believes in you. So our pro is offline currently. So if you guys ever see him playing, you can challenge him. Here is his nickname. Jen tipped $5 saying, thanks, Kara. No, thank you, Jen. Good luck, good luck. I'm waiting for your next key for next week, okay? So next we have Lily playing rated game, which was a WSL game. Our favorite defending Farfaras. All right. WSL Division D, I am expecting a massacre. Oh god, this is it? All right, let's see. So Lily is center, playing third 5 rook against central rook. I like to... In that case, I like to go for an Anaguma, But of course, going for like Mino or Anaguma on this side is also possible. Once you get better at transitioning from middle game to endgame, you will be shot down in no time. That's a good advice for Jen from Rico. Okay, this is all naturale. Okay, so we have two options, yeah. Alright, so it's already suspicious that they push this pawn. You don't push this pawn in Anaguma. This silver is normal because... okay, what Gote is doing is already not normal in a way that usually they're gonna block the bishop diagonal if the king is going here. Okay, so king is going here. They're gonna block off the bishop diagonal in order to open the bishop diagonal safely. Move the king here, move the bishop up, and go for the Anaguma. So it's a kind of weird Anaguma. You know, in static rook you usually push those pawns. Move the bishop up, move the gold here, move the king here. But in that case, it's kind of passive, right? In this particular strategy, we want to develop the rook while keeping the bishop line open. So that's the big difference. Didi says, I saw that my opponent likes Nakabisha before the game and had struggles in Einfury recently. You sneaky fox. Good job. Research is half of the win. Do more Tsume Shogi? No, that's not what Rico said. Rico said something in form of like realize where the middle game ends and therefore realize that your objective of the game changed. So in that case, you were playing middle game moves, which was developing the knight and adding for a great attack. But stable attack or like unstoppable attack is not what you needed in that position. If you realize that speed is what you need because you realized you're in endgame, you would have played a quicker move, which was the knight drop. That's what he... It's not about getting good in your set. The first step is like noticing. When do I need to... When it's too late to go back, yeah? In that case, opponent had a token next to your king. Yose means approach. So that means your opponent is approaching your king. So we have to create a situation. We have two options. Defend that approach or go for mutual approach. In that case, token, boom, quite undefendable, right? It's a pawn and you had limited resources in that position. So you choose option 2, go for the mutual attack. Then you have to apply what Destiny said. You have to know which way is the best approach, which way is the fastest one, yeah? So first you need to realize what is your strategy and then apply your reading to it. So I was talking about keeping the bishop open and the pawn importance of the pawn 5-5. In the meantime, I got the follow notification. Thank you, Monguri. Welcome. And we go. So this ne. So now, yeah, we can see that he's probably not playing Anaguma because his king is here and he pushed the edge pawn. So I assume he's going for like a boat castle. And finally pawn 5-5 and floating rook, which is a normal way to go here. I expect your opponent to open the bishop line at some point, but no, he goes for this castle. I'm not actually sure what's the name of this castle. It's like opposite of Cozy Castle. Bye, Jen. But does Aizuchi really work online? Yeah, of course. Aizuchi works everywhere. It's just a phrase. I forgot. We did a research how is the shape called, but I forgot. It's not called Cozy Castle for static. Wait, but this is central rook. Yeah, let's call it Cozy Castle. Meditation is the key to success. All right, magic. Concentrate on the breathing. Make it, feel it entering through your nose. Count to 3. Let it go. Make peace with your mind. Let the thoughts flow, but do not concentrate on any of them. And then bring your attention back to the breathing. Ding! The sound of the bell. All right. Meditation corner is over. Cozy Bishop Castle. Yeah, definitely. The bishop is more defended than the king right now. Medication. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're okay. So finally, this looks normal. Knight. Okay. 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 So usually, we'd like to defend here or here against Anaguma, but we've noticed our opponent is not playing Anaguma, and they prepare the castle. So maybe they would like to go for quick engagement, and Lily decides to close the bishops. Seems logical to me. The bishop goes to 4-4. That's a really unusual move. Silver. All right, so we have the Mino castle. And we put pressure on the bishop. Okay. Yeah, like chess bishop. So what I like to do is to contest this square. The problem is, as we contest it, there is a rook sacrifice leading to a fork on the rook and the gold. I don't like that. That's my experience with this position. Then at some point we would like to push this pawn, but then those pieces that are currently blocked get activated, so I also don't want to do it. I would start thinking about using this silver, using this bishop, maybe going high Mino to like put a pressure on those two squares. What else? Basically, I'm now happy because my castle is stronger and I would like to find some nice engagement. There are many ways to do it, but let's see which way Lily chose. A half of a pawn worth more than this bishop. Goodbye, bishop. You used to be useful. Yep. All right. So the opponent is pushing pressure on our rook. That's good of them, but they're not using the bishop. Okay, so Lily now created a weakness on the bishop's head. And we are quite disadvantaged in this position, right? If they take this pawn. Knight takes. Silver goes up. We're forced to defend this knight, right? If we drop a pawn, it's like they gain something here, but sure, we can push this next. Maybe that's not the best. So if we don't take this pawn, our bishop is so useless right now. At some point in the game, we might be able to like expose this knight by doing this, but it's not the proper moment. What about knight promotion? So the reason why we do it with silver is that we retake it with silver, the pawn push, and then we're still defending this square. But I assume you see this move, which can be countered and countered, right? Unless we go back. Then I would be kind of curious to like sacrifice. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if this happens, it's like kind of bad. So I would be quite curious what happens if we like sacrifice this silver. Or, yeah, that would be troublesome. The other way would be to like defend it strongly somehow here. whenever with the rook or something. But yeah, considering we have a stronger castle, I like it. What? Ranging Lily? It's not Halloween yet. Yep. Yeah. Lily is exposing his weakness, basically. So here, the natural move would be to drop the pawn. Lance takes, and as you drop the pawn, you still need one move to retake the lance, right? And in this moment, we would be able to play some other move. But our position as Gotha is quite weird, so I'm not gonna lie. The gold here is a bad shape. This silver is weird. Okay, let's concentrate on Lily's play. Here I would try to defend it like this, but then the knight comes, right? Yeah, that doesn't work. So how about this one? It's kind of nasty looking shape. The rook is behind the knight in front of the lance. It's kind of nasty looking. If we use the bishop to make it useful somehow. Perhaps it's not a bad idea. But this one is crazy. Yeah, good job. Okay, we are valuing the rook more than the bishops. Okay. Because we got a bishop for free. So it's like we got 2 knights for free. It's fine. All right. And it's quite one-sided, let's be honest. Sure. I wouldn't even care about the silver. I would just go for it. For example, attack this silver. Once it's taken, this is for free, right? So something like this. They have to take it with the gold, but well. Something like this, perhaps. The bishop is attacking. Gotcha. Yeah, but like it takes 2 more moves, right? 1. And we're still not retaining anything. Maybe 2, 3, 4. Maybe like this. Okay, I can agree with that. The knight might be more direct. But yeah, of course it's winning. Yeah, good job. Yep, this is definitely not the class you should be in, Lily. Oh yeah, Lily, there is a professional player who played only Shogi if you would like to try. He's now offline because he went to sleep. But I shared his nickname. You can try to hunt him down. Thank you for sharing. Let's go on. We have Eon Gray, so yellow, right? Yellow is got there. You're telling Lily to abandon terms of Instagram? No, I mean bring them all to a higher level. That's what I mean. Get promoted as quickly as possible. All right, so we're flipping the board because Eon is got there. And let's take a look. The opening of this game was strange, but it was the middle game where I think I got completely outplayed. All right, let's check it. So this opening is called Demon Killer. It's covered in Hidechi's video. The point is that this move next is quite rough combined with this move. So if you ever see them playing this, you just answer with the gold, not the silver. So that's the point of Hidechi's video. So for example, yeah, let's say we do this. There is this bishop drop that's like combines the attack here. And you cannot play this move because then actually bishop can promote, right? Or the bishop, yeah, or this one, yeah? So the point of Hitachi's video would be to do it with the gold so that you can play this move anyway. And if they drop the bishop, I guess even in this position you can play the gold. But yeah, this position. Yeah, that's the position. You can play the gold and they cannot promote the knight on either side. The rook is protecting the silver. Something like that was the point of Hitachi's video. If you check the demon killer opening. There's a fly in my room. Why? All right. Yeah. So let's see what you did. You close the bishop line. You go for 4-5 rook. So it's double ranging rook or swinging rook. All right. Here I would be really tempted to like exchange this because this is with tempo. And I could put a pressure on this pawn. Yeah, you could argue that this dislocates your rook or something, but I'm threatening bishop promotion next. So I'm forcing them to go here and then I can defend it. So I would like that personally, yeah? Oh, you remember that? Good, good. It's a very important video. Hitachi's videos are the best. All right, so we're doing the good thing. We are Stop it, fly. We're castling our king. And we're putting the pressure on the enemy's king with pawns. And at some point we will be able to sacrifice it and perhaps do some Kobin attack from the side. Not Kimetsu no Yaiba. Yeah. It's the wrong one. There's a manga called Demon Killer. So it's not that one. Not that one. Sure. Okay, they're using this timing to do that. And we go here. Okay, so you did like this. Yeah, I mean... I see, okay. You're trying to set up something like if they take, then we're threatening bishop or something like that. You're trying to set it up. Question, is this going to work? Probably not. I mean, I'm still happy from this development. Here, I would be really tempted to do something about the bishop. Okay, so first thing first, this king looks too close, so I would move it. I would like to develop my silver. And I don't think my rook is in bad position at all. If they move the silver, I can even promote. So I think it's fine. I wouldn't move the rook. Pawn drop 6-4. Maybe do something like this. But then the rook can be targeted by the bishop, right? Maybe go here. Maybe jump the knight. Maybe abuse it. I had good laugh when Habo and Mariucci played Onigoroshi on the Kimetsu no Yaiba. I said, wait, where can you see that game, Rico? Please show us. Please show us. Computer also criticized. Okay, yeah, because the rook, usually it's not good, like it's this much in front. Okay, we're taking a break. But in this case, he has nothing to threaten it with. Let's take a look.
日本将棋連盟 YouTube 公式チャンネルをご覧の皆様、こんにちは。改めてこの鬼滅の刃将棋の特徴は
鬼滅の刃のキャラクターが描かれておりますので、大変親しみやすいかな。はい。はい、それでは
お願いいたします。
This set looks very flat though. Eh?
します。
まあ鬼殺しということなんですけども、
はい。
一番最初はまず角道を
はい
つくという、
はい
まあ7、6歩ですかね。
They're not even trying to pick them up, they're like moving. But yeah, they're explaining here actually about the demon killer immediately. Moriuchi always sounds so depressed. Not really, it's just the style he's speaking.
一番
はい
こう、
はい自然な
セオリーに出てくる手ですね。
はい、角がこれでついた。でこね、
じゃあせっかくなんでもう
So you see, they move the rook here. They jumped with the knight. So it's like third by rook, but they jump with the knight, which is kind of weird. So this is like the newer version, the different version from what Hidechi was showing.
角がぶつかって、ほっとくとと金を作られてしまう。で、まあこれはちょっとかなり大胆な。
So we exchange, and then boom, the knight jumps, and you see the bishop is looking at. He touched the piece like it was easily broken. If he touched it too hard, yeah.
ですね。はい、
アグレッシブな指し方ですね。
そうですね。まあ立てですね。そうですね。次のことを。
I wish they showed us them more in like zoom. Wait, here it is. Let's see. I was expecting it to be more like. Okay, so the problem is you can see here. That's like from texture, and you know how you break it. You have a shogi set that's like printed, and then you break it out of the texture. Similar to like when you have a plastic model and you break it, and it has these pieces like connects them to the. Go away, fly! Connects them to the plastic around it. I would find it cooler if it wasn't here, especially that it's a promotional event, so they could have like cut it off. And then I would find it cooler if there's like this silicone, or how is it called? Like a plastic around it, and makes it more shiny so that you don't break it. Yeah, they're cardboard, yeah. If they had that, it would immediately make them look more better quality, yeah? Especially that there's a cool picture and you don't wanna break it, eh? So if they just did that, yeah, put a silicone around it. And it's so cheap, so like, they could make it a little bit higher price and like, make it look cooler. Anyway, yeah, if you're a fan of that anime, definitely some set for you to buy.
の
And I assume maybe this is why they don't really zoom in on the board.
面白い。
はい。
困って。
Okay, so the problem is there's the king rook fork here, yeah? Because they exchange the bishops, they push this pawn.
交換したんで、
出さないで。
この
はい。
で、でしょ。このこう見る。まず
Okay, they changed the board.
いうところで、まあ桂馬とか香車も
So now they changed it.
取るしかないですね。
そうですね。で、まあここの銀が取れる。
So instead they're showing the bishop drop instead of pawn push. And this is the other variation, basically. So it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, this is a cool way for people who like know the anime or the manga, the Kimetsu no Yaiba, and they don't know much about shogi. They will be like, oh, there is this demon killer opening, let me try. And they show it pretty easily. They show two variations that allow you to win. I'm gonna capture this fly. Come here. It flew away. Now it's flying in front of my face. Come here. Come here, fly. I give it option of flying away through the window. It's open now. Great. It was really like, look at me, flying in front of my face, and then it like landed on the window. And it's like, let me free. And I guess through this non-verbal communication, I've established that the fly wanted me to open the window. So I did. Hopefully it's gonna leave me alone. So yeah, so it's a great promotion, yeah, because that person can learn the opening that they are excited about, because that's like, oh, it's the same as the manga. And then, like, if there would be a Naruto opening, I would definitely try it. It's a really, really cool promotional event. If only the quality of those pieces would be better, I would be like sufficiently happy. Even though it's cheap quality, I want a set to bring it to anime convention. Yeah. And teach them this opening. It's gonna be cool. I'm more excited to see Morishi play backgammon more than Shogi. That's a thing too, yeah. Central Rook. Is it Naruto opening? You put arms behind you and brrr. Okay, makes sense. I mean, Naruto opening technically is the climbing silver, but imagine getting a new Shogi set every time a trendy anime comes out. I can imagine myself doing it. Alright, back to Eon's game. This stream is not sponsored, definitely. So yeah, because of this pawn can be now taken, and as this pawn is taken, we're really unhappy because it was our huge asset and it's gone, right? Okay, this is the worst move, Eon. This is the worst move. It's like, I'm giving up. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna put my rook back. That's not what we do. I may ask a follow-up question about the position in my game. What's a good way to tell when the rook is well placed on the 4th, 5th, 6th rank and when it's misplaced? I'm thinking generally about floating rook situation in both static rook and ranging rook. Okay. How do I answer this question? I'm thinking generally about in both static rook and ranging rook. Okay. So let me answer generally. I think it just depends on the enemy's shape. In this case, we got a pawn for free, so we're quite happy. We're abusing this knight. And on top of which, we are abusing their pawn, creating a weakness, right? So we're super happy. The problem would be if this rook could be easily attacked. And it cannot be easily attacked unless they destroy their shape or unless they allow us to promote, right? So this is quite nice position for a rook. It shouldn't be here normally, but we're happy that it got here. In more opening speaking theory, if your opponent has a low shape, like Mino Castle, you would be perfectly happy to have a rook, like, for example, here. Because we know that rook is strong forward, but we also know that if the rook works sideways, it's like cherry on top, right? So in that case, this is perfect. Our castle is low too, so we would be perfectly happy to have the rook over there. In case our opponent has, let's say, Yagura, yeah? Let's say, I don't know, something like this. Or let's just give more extreme example, actually. Let's say they manage to make Yagura somehow. Let's ignore the fact that we can exchange this pawn. Or actually, let's do it. So let's assume our rook is here, yeah? If we do this, you can see how trapped this rook is. Yeah, it's way too close to enemy's pieces. If they just have like a piece to drop here, it's quite troublesome. And even a simple silver move like here would be quite threatening to our rook. You spent 5 minutes on rook 7-4, but I couldn't find a way forward. I read it's bad shape to attack with pieces in front of pawns, which is final when I decide to move it back, but I know also that this proverb that floating rooks is offense, so I confused. Okay, so I'm talking about opening right now, yeah? So if the opponent's shape is high, you don't want to do it, because then your rook is trapped, like on example, exhibition A. Okay? In the previous, in your game, actually, floating rook will be cool, because you both have low shape. Yeah, if you had Yagura here, it also wouldn't be very effective, yeah? So that's something to consider. You want to have this sideward power. In this case, It's cool. So now, why rook 7-4 here wasn't good is because you have advantage here, just because this pawn exists. So you don't want to give up on this pawn. What you want to do is somehow support this rook. Yeah, it would be bad if the rook was captured, but he doesn't have a way to do it yet, because all his pieces are pushed back. And here I would just find a way to, like, how can I utilize this pawn? Which we already talked. Maybe we can abuse their rook. If they get too floaty, then we can target it. Yeah, so in this case, floating rook is not good for them, because we target it directly. Maybe they go back. In that case, we still have this square, so we're kind of fine. And in this case, we have this amazing bishop then. So perhaps because it's not about the floating rook, it's about this pawn, to be honest. It's about this pawn. We get a great point, we don't want to give it up easily. We want to build up on it. And even if they're gonna delete it, we wanna, for example, they will spend moves on deleting that pawn. In the meantime, we're gonna develop our silver. Yeah. In this case, our rook cannot be punished. We got a pawn, we're pressuring the king, we're fine. Not sure if that answers the question. If sabaki is something that counts for rooks and bishops, Time Zombie, did you watch my video about sabaki? It explains that. It explains that in form of examples. Example number 2, I believe, explains that the silver and the pawn achieve sabaki. Yes, example number 5 and 6 explains, 5 or was it 4? One of those explain that the knight can achieve a sabaki, even 2 of them. You can sabaki any piece. Yeah, too floaty. For example, one of the struggles of Rubisha is to find a way to sabaki on the left knight. Actually, the hardest point for the Rubisha I find is how do I create an attacking shape, specifically how do I use the bishop. That's my trouble. If my opponent had pawns on 3-7 and 4-7. 3-7 and 4-7. Not really. Because as we talked again, his position would be low. And it's fine. Because they cannot attack our rook. Think of it like a Yoko Fudori opening. Both sides, both rooks fly around the board. Searching for weakness, yeah. Here, you're kind of forcing this knight to be stuck in the place. And this bishop, de facto, this bishop is being stuck as well. So that's kind of nice. You forced this position of blocking the bishop, right? Just because you took that pawn. So it's up to me to use the rook and make it valuable by exploiting the weakness. Yeah, here you exploited the weakness. You blocked the whole bishop. It's huge. On top of which you have pawns 3-6, which is even both. You tied up his offense and you crumbled his defense. It's beautiful. Now, if you retreat from it, like you did, it's your opponent having upper hand because now his rook is more active. He deleted the good point that you had, and the silver is no longer pinned to the knight as well. Yeah, I would be crazy to try to exchange rooks here probably, but okay, that makes sense. All right, good, good. I don't know if I can explain it well enough, but that's the feeling I get. Yeah, so around here, I wouldn't mind you having the rook here, yeah, because it looks, I mean, apart from the fact they can promote, but here you're still better because you have better shape, and here their bishop is still blocked. It's still, no, you don't want to block your bishop. This is your asset again, right? I mean, I understand you want to develop the knight. There's moves like this one too. I understand you want to go for the edge attack, but I'm wondering if it's the best way. Yeah, see? Because of this move, they can play this move. So now it's you that will have trouble developing the bishop. That was your asset, yeah? I would vaguely consider moves like this. If the rook takes, you just, you know, if the lance take, I move the silver, next I treat and pawn drop, pawn takes, taking the lance. So I expect them to like ignore that, and then I will be able to take it here, whichever piece, I don't know which one is better. And then I will force them to drop it, and then their king looks even weaker. So here I'm happy from my position, yeah? I don't know how to win, but I'm quite happy from my position. Perhaps move the silver back and like try to develop it, or try to push this pawn. I'm not sure which is the best way. I have to keep on mind on this sideway attack for sure though. And then I keep blocking their bishop. So perhaps, let's say, what do we play? Something faster. What is a good move in this position? I don't know, let's consider jumping the knight. They will try to activate the bishop here, right? Depending on the situation, you can sacrifice the bishop, but it really depends. Really depends. Anyway, like, the fact that his king is quite trapped, if you find an opening, you should have an advantage. I didn't realize he could move the knight. I thought I could get away with it for one more move and then start the edge attack. Yeah. That was a crow, yeah. You could hear it? Oh my god. Crack. The fly is still here? Oh, come on. Go away. Wait, I almost captured it. Come here. It's evading me quite nicely. The topic of today is a fly in your room. How do you deal with it? All right, but yeah. So basically you need to notice what are your advantages, and here it was the bishop and here it was pawn 3-6, and you kind of surrender them both, and this is why it was harder to continue, because the game became equal again. Yeah, here, yeah, this is a huge move for them. I would consider playing this move perhaps. It's really difficult because they have this move. Yeah, that's quite rough. Oh, the bishop. Yeah, the bishop makes a huge difference right now. Maybe something like this first, but then they go for the edge. I really want to trap this knight, but the problem is probably they're gonna assault the edge and sabaki the knight, yeah. Did you hear, Time Zombie? Sabaki the knight. So here we're in trouble. Yeah, look how big pawn they have in front of our king, yeah? Look how huge it is. And we cannot really attack, because if we just give them a piece, it's trouble, right? And what do? You float the rook again, because you feel it's a good move. You do it because there's a lot of space you can use. So the floating rook to begin with was a good idea. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay, this is not the move. You have to go for the mutual attack, I believe. You have to go. Now you're the one not using the bishop, please notice. Your silver and your bishop are stuck now. And the knight. Maybe take the lance. Maybe still play a slow move of taking the lance, because he doesn't have an attack. Now, yeah, he has more attacks, so I would take the lance maybe here. No. You're here. You go like banzai. Pooch. 1-8. Ah, the pawn 1-8. Yeah, that's Sadaisuji, but it might be too slow here. It might be too slow. Yeah, next lance drop, but look, now that you promote the rook, the pawn is blocking you too, actually. So it's not really... And the question is your king surviving and for how long? Yeah. Answer is your king isn't surviving, but like just simple knight promotion, king takes, pawn promotion, and you know, we can take one of those golds next and you're dead. Yeah, so you don't have time to do that. Okay, we have the lance, fine. Is the knight this important? If we take it, the promotion will happen, so I'm not sure if... Oh, the knight is painful. Yeah, that's undefendable now. Your opponent should have taken this one, and then still keeping the pin, continue attacking. Hi, Kane. That's a very general question. It has opening, middle game, and end game. I mean, it's funny to see because you're almost turning it around. Almost. Yeah. So yeah, I think Ion, the biggest point was look at the bishop activity, yeah? Especially this position, yeah? The tables turned. The knight move is not a good move. And then I want you to realize that having this kind of pawn next to the king, beautiful, similarly to what your opponent did, which was this kind of pawn, yeah? It's the same idea. Just a single pawn putting this much pressure on the king and takes so much effort to delete it, yeah? In his case, he had to make 3 moves with the rook to delete it. In your case, you had to sacrifice the lance to do so, yeah? You will meditate on this? Okay. Yeah, even I could tell that my opponent was not playing the strongest move in the endgame, but I got so killed in the middle game, it didn't matter. Yeah. I mean, you didn't get killed. It's like you gave up the game, kind of. Because you moved the rook back. It's like you made a pass for like 6 moves. It's on you. That's what I'm saying. It's not the opponent that kills you. It's on you. You have to reconsider what are your objective in the middle game. In this case, piece activity was the big issue. We can concentrate on how to attack and so on, but first we need to notice piece activity, yeah? The bishop was the point. Rook floating was the point. We can concentrate on those 2 points for now. Okay. Let's jump to the next game. We're spending so much time, but I think we're all learning together, so I think that's good. Thank you so much, Halo. Keep on sending your Kifu. All right, so now we have Dan versus Escape Artist, and that's a rook handicap. Wait, what happened to my mouse? DPU. Okay, I clicked. Wait, I'm on 800 DPI. Let me fix it. Click, click, click. It should be 100. Why is it? Okay, I'm gonna fix it later. Okay. So where are we? Buy a new mouse. No, that's Logitech. It's a good mouse. It's just one button that I clicked. Okay, escape and a rook handicap. I'm gonna take it, look at it from handicap giver side. Money don't solve everything, but it solves most of the things. So your opponent is playing this swinging rook, which you have the perfect answer to, but you castle on the left side. Wait, is the fly still here? Did it beat me just now? Oh god. My luck today. Alright. I like it. Taking the vanguard pawns. Alright. Alright. Quite aggressive. Your king isn't castled yet. But who needs a castle when you're Mifa? Next week will be me against Engine. Got it, got it. I wonder if it was worth it to defend that thing, but bishop exchange is scary to us, right? Like, I was thinking about this, but maybe bishop exchange makes our camp too weak. So we have to choose what we lose. Oh, that's a nice pawn to have. Oh, but they're defending it. Oh my gosh, with the gold? Alright, interesting. Can we play here? But then the rook is too close to the king, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. Take, attack the knight, make attacking beautiful. Beautiful. That's your opponent that over-attacked here. I really don't like his castle, though. He's too close to the center, right? You like it, okay. The trolley tone. Yeah, I like it. I like it because I can destroy her quicker. Okay, we got 2 pieces. We got this piece. Why don't we take it? Because we lose the gold. Yeah, that's scary, I guess. But you have total control right now, right? Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know, why did you mention that this game is not something you should share? You just destroyed your opponent once more, right? I mean, this proves that we always should think about the counter before attacking, right? In that case, 7-6 pawn drop in front of the knight was the deadly move for black. I really don't like the king distance from the center. And I think, like, in this kind of shogi, again, the bishop, how you use the bishop takes a great role. Yeah, I like it. I wanted to share another game, but I think I have some bad moves in this game. I don't really think they're, like, huge mistakes. Or at least I'm blind and I don't see it. But they all look... all look good to me. Here is like this scary moment, right? By the way, I'm sure it's Fugira. If we go this way, the rook cannot promote it? No, because they dropped the bishop. Yeah, that's not good. So taking here. They could try to exchange the bishop again, right? But then there is this draw. Take. Maybe there's still some fight left. And here I would consider... No, it's not. Yeah, it's already quite troubling. Yeah. Yeah, definitely around here. It's already decided. So... Yeah, like we would like to take this and we would like to promote the rook, but then the king is too close to the center. I don't like this. Yeah, but the problem is you're too close, right? It is very dangerous. Maybe defend. But then you have some forks and stuff. Do we take the fork or do we not? Do we defend the pawn? We could probably promote the pawn and like expose it once more. Lance 8-4. Silver takes. Pawn takes, rook takes, attacking the rook. No, you're saying to attack it directly, alright? Escape, meaning check again. Escape here, meaning check again. Quite rough indeed. How about here? Then go here, then go like offer exchange. If we take it and drop the rook, sacrifice first, perhaps. It could look still quite losing, right? I mean, this would be some form of checkmate check. Not really the silver's protecting over here. The fly landed on the microphone as we were speaking. And it's cleaning its hands. Can you guys hear the fly cleaning its head? Very silent fly. You heard it land? It flew away. Come here. Come here, you. Fly away to the freedom. No, go away. Go away. I don't know where it went. No, Mifa, no. Okay. That's why I like it. Bishop attacking the rook. I see. Yeah. I think this was the risky move here because you got the knight advantage already. And Atokin, which is worth the rook loss. You're majorly harassing that fly. I am harassed by the fly. We are harassed by the fly. Let's unionize. Well, it would be, but you're getting a knight in it, in this. Not unify, it's like create a union, like a workers' union, and like protest together. Make a union. Alright, but thanks, Mifa. And we're going to Toad, who sent the... Did I download this GIF already? Probably not. No, I did, okay. After that we have Abigail, that did Nifu. I'm looking forward to that game. And we will have Nimi's game, alright. So we did this one, and now we're going Toad. It's an equal game, right? Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I don't think there is much roasting to do, Mifa. You always play perfect, cute shogi. So What's wrong with this link? I don't understand. This is equal game, right? Oh, maybe I opened it on the wrong one. Yeah. Illegal move. Definitely. All right. Not sure if I will be able to find them, but sure, we're gonna enjoy an engine game. Somehow during this game, I remember the vote against my opponent's previous TT game. Got it, got it. Let's see. What did you learn? And how did you apply that knowledge? Okay, so you went for quick castle. So I assume... Okay, we created an interesting shape. So we're going for really quick attack here. Okay. All right. So here the engagement is starting. Really cold outside. Engagement starting, and we don't allow them to activate the silver. We go for the attack of our own. And then we go for like super crazy exchanges. And here we have a fork, but... Well, what I wanted to say, the silver can escape, but then we're like trying to punish it, right? No Migi Gyoku, yeah, he's evolving. We get our silver versus knight advantage. And here the opponent comes to attack. Yes, I would like to drop that too. Wow. Wow, Toad. What is this cool move? What is this cool move? Wow. This is too cool, Toad. Great move. So we cannot take it because the bishop would be hanging. I guess the problem starts if they take our rook. And if we retake, a silver can be taken for free. And if we take the rook here, I guess we're getting the gold, right? Or the bishop. So I guess that's fine. Yeah, good job. Okay. So if the rook wouldn't be here, I really want to drop the pawn to like leave this gold from being defended. But as we drop the pawn, the rook is... I mean, maybe we can be like, aha. Maybe it's too much. Okay, we got an exchange. Okay, the knight is Sabaki. But this looks scary indeed. The knight is not threatened to be taken, so we can spend one move on defense, I believe. I know that you're threatening this line, but it could wait one more move. I think this is kind of scary, but if you count it properly, you're surviving, right? Silver drop, gold takes, silver drop, king runs. Are we surviving, Toad? Are we surviving? Are we surviving this kind of move? I wonder. I don't know. But like, because it's scary, I would perhaps like defend one more move. Here, consider this or this. Like those kind of moves is something we have to consider in this position. It's fine. Silver pan. Silver pawn drop. Maybe go to this side. Pawn drop. Knight drop. Bishop drop. Almost dead, but not exactly. With pawn promotion and wreck sacrifice, it's surviving, I guess. I mean, it's not really like... I mean, this position should scare you because you end up... like, okay, let's talk about this position. They have a rook looking directly at your defensive court, and they have so many pieces in hand. So just the look of it makes me scared about your king, because I know that once he distracts the king away and the rook manages to promote, this is like, you know, Yose. It's the king is being approached, and it's gonna be game over, because he has so many pieces, including the knight. And he has a space for the knight drop. So this would be a little bit scary to me, right? So the question is, are you surviving and why? Like, even if it's like losing, they might try to like force you to make mistakes. Where definitely they enter the endgame. Definitely. This move, when the king and there's one gold, it's an endgame. So here you try to calm down the position, they're trying to go in. And again, this is quite scary, right? To promote the knight like that. If you have no other move, and in order to defend, you have to promote the knight, then yes, but it's kind of scary, yeah? Let's just assume, yeah? Let's assume this position. This time we don't have a knight, so perhaps it's defendable. More defendable than before. But for example, let's assume we are like, aha, I'm gonna use the silver, yeah? It's quickly punished. So we would need a perfect defense here, I think. If we manage to survive here, we should be fine. Because we have such a huge material advantage, right? So we cannot take the rook because they have a silver drop. Is it? We take the rook, they drop the silver. We run. Take the gold or take the silver. Take the gold, we take this, promote the knight, we run. And we take this. They still have no checkmate, right? So we are surviving, but this is quite scary, let's assume, yeah? And we don't have a checkmate threat on them. Try attacking defensive moves, but it's kind of scary. They have a knight. It's fine, right? It requires quite deeper reading, but should be fine. Take. Oh, okay. That's much more straightforward. Let's agree. This is much more straightforward. Great job. Yeah, good. Okay, I overcomplicated it. Yes. Taking it and dropping the bishop definitely is much easier. Much easier. This time you're right, though. This time it is right. So I think you showed us something interesting here. You showed us very light attack, which I don't remember you doing. So definitely you're trying some new stuff. I like it. Definitely this time, yeah, you found a cool move. You're quite aggressive. And then, yeah, I would like you to consider more like the shogi moves, yeah? We talked about the chess moves, but try to consider whenever you like this position, yeah? Of course, if you read it through and you're like, yeah, this is good, but just the look of it, yeah? Get a feel about it. 1 king, 1 gold, 2 silver generals, and 1 knight in hand. Quite scary. And your opponent will think only about the attack because they're behind. He only sees the simple easy wins. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So it wouldn't be weird if this turned around, yeah? Because you're far away from the king. And because you're far away from the king, you don't want to allow them to speed up like this. That's my feeling. But yeah, the fact that his king line is open worked for you. So that was super nice. Yeah, so this situation is more like this rook will be threatened by the knight next move. So naturally your opponent... sorry, not actually yet. Okay, let's assume this rook is not doing much in their own camp, as long as it's not looking directly. So if we block it, we not only block this one, but we limit the effectivity of this one. And then we have this very strong move. So I would consider this rather, because we want to keep our king intact. But I think maybe your opponent will try this continuation to continue exposing the king, yeah? So it's not like 100% correct, I guess. Let's say this, and let's say something crazy. Yeah, they will try to utilize it somehow. So if you felt you had no chance, sure, the knight jump is good. But I would be pretty scared. I would be. Pretty scared. But generally, yeah, I think this opening is risky, but you played well, so forgiven. Sabaki, 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 like it, but here, because your castle was weak, it was quite risky. But well done, well done. You didn't lose your cool head until the end. You won. Good job, Toad. You're getting there. You're getting there. You're evolving. Good. The silver drop was amazing. Right, another dance game, it seems. And we're gonna have Abigail Ascente. Okay. Normal so far. Now we have to be careful because they're going for the climbing gold. They will try to do something like this. If they move to here, we'll be probably forced to push this pawn. Not really. Not really, because the bishop is plotting. Okay. So in this case, you're trying to exchange the bishops, but the problem is the bishop line is closed. So it's kind of tricky here. I wanted to try countermeasure against climbing gold. So there are different ways to countermeasure it, and this, we talked about the floating rook, yeah? This shape becomes very heavy in front of the rook, so it's quite scary to block it off. But let's see what you did then. Maybe, okay, that's correct. So guys, if you didn't know about this particular move, this is how you punish the climbing silver. But usually the king is somewhere around here, so it's easier to attack it. Yes, it's definitely okay. It's just if you know this move or not. So you did play the correct move, then misjudge the continuation. Okay. Yeah, the talking is very important in this position, Abigail. So the reason why this is okay is that, yes, you have the bishop 5-5, but on top of this talking is huge. It's like a mini rook. It's like a mini tank, okay? If this tank gets destroyed, you lost material. Think of it like this. Yes, you had to keep the talking. I don't know which is the best move to keep it. I would consider this silver or this silver or as you mentioned, 7-2. I prefer those two moves because they are closer to the enemy king. This one attacks the gold, this one attacks this gold, but you're attacking the rook. The rook will escape, right? And then we move the bishop. So potentially still fine. Potentially still fine if they block us. Probably something like this is fine because we get a horse. So I like it. I would like it, yeah. Here, so not only we sacrificed our mini tank. I mean, come on. It has it. Again, look at this. Look at this. Oh no, Hidechi doesn't have alphabet pieces. Hidechi doesn't have alphabet pieces, but I wanted to be like, look at this T. It's a mini tank. And I was outsmarted by 81 Dojo because Hidechi's like, nope, alphabet is the worst piece set ever, and we're not keeping it. It's just a great decision. Yeah, T stands for tank, okay? Mini tank. Mini Reinhardt, okay? So the mini Reinhardt disappeared, which means now your bishop is stuck on the board and it's blocked by the silver that's gonna probably the gold, and then it's gonna be stuck in the middle of the board. So what we end up, we actually end up helping this rook sabaki. Not sure if you see that. Look, we help the rook sabaki, and now they have double rook. That's not good. Very bad. On top of that, they have this bishop that's sleeping, but eventually it's gonna wake up and start biting, or it's gonna help the defense. So this is very bad outcome to us, yeah. So from here, I assume, we had to use the gold in defense. I would prefer you to drop it after he drops the rook, by the way. Yeah, because you don't need, he doesn't have the threat yet. So here, I'd prefer to move my bishop to activate it. Okay, no Nifu yet. Ah, I was like, yeah, no Nifu. No, okay. All right, so here we have to move the bishop, I assume. If they promote, we just have to take it. They take, and we have to block it. They will run, and they're gonna use this talking. It's really difficult for us because even if we try to like expose this knight's head, they will try to expose our bishop's weakness, perhaps. You know. So they will be winning generally, but it will take more time. Bishop promotion to 3-3. That's also a thing, but notice that you have only 2 attacking pieces, and we talked about 4 attacking pieces being the point. Maybe you can redrop it here. If they're gonna promote, you're gonna drop the knight. You're gonna drop the silver. I'm gonna take the silver. And then you don't have a continuation yet. Although, yeah, it's quite scary because they don't have pieces to defend with. Like, they don't have the gold. So maybe, how do we defend this? We have to, maybe we just throw away the lance. We are like, okay. But they do not have enough attack. Interesting. There weren't tanks in Napoleon times. Well, he was using cavalry to outflank their enemies, so think of it as a cannon that was supporting the cavalry. 4 attacking pieces really seems unuseful. I don't understand how I was able to play Shogi before I learned that rule. Yeah, I don't know if it's like applicable in all the situations. There's sometimes 3 is enough, but like 4 is like attack that's not gonna run out usually. But sure, we can argue that depends on the type of pieces. You can have 4 gold generals against Anaguma and it's not gonna be enough. So it's very situational. But in general, it works, yeah. Oh, by the way, here. Your opponent should have played something else, perhaps? No, I think it was still a good fight, Abigail. I think you did well. The one that we saw with the bishop promotion, the bishop drop again, that was quite rough defense. Maybe? No, we don't have a gold. It's nasty. It's so nasty, Abigail. It's so nasty. Such a good move. We promote. Drop the knight. This is taken. No. Maybe survivable. Hello, honey. Welcome. It sounds wrong. No, it's not really changed because you end up with 2 silvers in hand, you see? You don't have the knight anymore. There's no continuation for you. Then your gold is gonna be eaten and then used in the defense. Yeah. So what happened is you exchange the knights for silvers, which is material advantage, but again, it's not deciding. Yeah, I prefer, of course, for you to not make Nifu. It may be rare case when you drop the bottom pawn, but try to like get into the habit of remembering that you just dropped it like 6 moves ago or something, or like double checking it up to down. Try to make a habit, like try to look with your head every time before you drop the pawn. Try to look the whole column. Yeah. And when you're a pro, it can save your life, basically. You do it unconsciously and then it becomes a thing. I really like that you tried for it, but remember, this is your mini tank, okay? Mini tank. Soviet tank because it's red. Well, I Nifu'd yesterday, so on stream I was like, how about this pounder? Oh, okay. Fly, go away. Go away, fly. Stop it. You're not gonna get more attention today. Yeah, it's always a surprise, isn't it? All right, and finally we have Nemius game versus Jen. The fly landed on my hand right now. This amount of audacity. It flew away. Damn it. Okay. So we're gonna, if I can flip the board, I would like to check the Nemius point of view. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is a trap. Yes. Not only on 81 dojo, in the real board too, but on 81 dojo. 81 dojo does a good job punishing us for those, yeah? I like it about it. It's like shock to the end of your life. Okay, Nemius Castle. The jump scare it gives you, yeah? Here I really like also this move to like protect the edge. But I assume the knight will come and then this attack, so maybe we wanna counter the bishop's head. Okay. Then, okay, I like it. So now we can expose this silver. We're really concerned about our edge, aren't we? I would like to drop the pawn here to expose the king. For example, like this, or if silver takes, I sacrifice the lance and then the rook is blocked by the lance, so I can take it here. I would really like to try this. If the silver goes up, that's another story. Maybe I can expose it more. Maybe something like this. The pawn drop will happen, but then we get the rook. So I'm quite happy with that. Those exchanges are hot. Okay, so now we have attacking next our king. Not sure if I'm happy, but we're blocking the rook. The problem is this bishop is also blocking our king. Okay. Okay. Do we have time to do that? Probably. Is it really Jen playing? Jen is getting sharper each day. Seriously. Oh, okay. Jen did such a great job in this game. I'm impressed. Okay, let's take a look again. So we defend everything. The plan. I would prefer lighter moves, right? But here I would take the bishop. I'll be like, okay, I'm getting it. And if they take it, pawn drop land stakes. If we take, the rook is going to die? Question mark. Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. We could try to drop another pawn, but then this knight comes in, so it's kind of unfortunate for us. Okay. Silver I don't like. Yeah, we're out of pawns, that's unlucky. Yeah, this bishop. I would perhaps rather open this line. No, this comes in. No, it's fine. If this happens, it's like the king is closer to the edge. And we don't really want to open the rook's line, right? So here we could like harass it from behind or just go for an exchange here. Would prefer this for Jen. Here we're already at piece disadvantage, right? And we definitely shouldn't be doing that. Definitely not. If we would like an attack, we should go like this, get a knight in hand, and then continue attacking somehow. This is more effective. Sure, we're getting piece disadvantage, but like if they don't have the attack of the knight here, we're quite safe still, I feel. Pound down. Shouldn't have went there yet, maybe. We're not ready for it. I would take it here. And then I have double attack on this pawn. Would prefer that. If we're afraid of pawn drop, go back and they take here, it's fine. It's part of the occupation as a hazard. Mifa says that Jen is 1 to 2 down until he gets to endgame. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if higher, but once my opponent made an illegal move, didn't move out of check, and I had nearly a heart attack because his move was to make Simone marking. Yeah. Yeah. I once had a enemy king checkmated, and I was playing simultaneous game, and my friend, for joke, moved the king like to be taken, and if I took the king, my king would be taken, so it threw me off. It was brilliant play from his side. So then I remembered that the objective to Shogi is truly to capture the enemy's king first. Like truly. Sometimes I get jump scares even when my opponent resigns. Yeah, so this is why you have to lower the sound, you see? Sound, lower the sound. It's just too loud. It jump scares you. From Nemu, I'm not sure if you made Nemu, if you made many mistakes. I don't really like this bishop. I would prefer to go here, but I understand it's your style. I respect it. And yes, you played this perfect attacking move. King is quite in danger, but considering everything. I would hurry and really take this bishop, especially now. Maybe we're not gonna have to retake it and go here. In that case, I should really drop the rook, block the rook. Here also we should block the rook. The rook promoting is the direct threat on our king. I don't like it. Here I would take this. This takes... Oh no, but there's the bishop, right? Yeah. Take, drop. Drop the lance. Takes, promotion, immediately checkmate. How about that? Toad says, if we lower the volume, how can we let all the neighbors know when Nifu occurs? Yeah, if you make a shameful move as Nifu, everybody needs to know exactly. Oh, really? Stay safe, Time Zombie. Yeah, that's scary. Stay safe. We're gonna finish the stream soon, so don't worry. You're not gonna miss a second. And yeah, because the rook promoted, it's pretty much over. Nemu is attacking very well. Maybe here I would like to set up some checkmate threat, like try to drop the bishop. If possible, but all those pieces are about to be taken. That looks nasty. So this is why this bishop should have been taken earlier as well. Because it continued to make threats. Now it's too late. Now it's too late, yeah. Now it's way too late. Yeah, we don't have time to play moves like the bishop retreat as well. It's over. But good job. Thank you for sending. Jen is getting stronger. He just needs to... I don't know if it's like the time pressure thing. Or is it Belarusian players playing their tournaments? European champion and European vice-champion fighting against each other. Very entertaining, if you guys would like to check. Hi, Omid. Thank you for the follow. What will I do without power and internet? I'm thinking about reading Shogi books. Well, this is where you prepare your Kindle. I don't know who is better. This game is pretty neat. Oh yes, yellow. Just on endgame I got to 4 done, so believe me, endgame is super important in this game. Because if you have a good endgame, you can be bad in the middle game. You can be bad at the opening and then like turned around, yeah, bail you out, yeah, the whole game. Because what decides Shogi is the endgame, that's the proverb. Endgame is everything in Shogi. And seeing how, if you don't believe me, look at the Fuji sensei, who destroys people like Habu. Well, Toyoshima is giving a good fight, right? But he like... How do we say it? Dominates the pro scene just being this young because his endgame is top level in Japan and in the world. Yeah, so if this doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will. Yeah, probably you shouldn't go, Time Zombie. You shouldn't go. Yeah, for some reason Toyoshima is like this kryptonite of Fuji. That's interesting. This rook promotion looks really hard to defend. There would be a rook dragon fork, but there's a horse protecting that square. We can continue making checks, but I don't think we have a defense for the gold drop. If we drop the gold, there is a gold drop here. So we have to continue making checks, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. Bottom. So now we can exchange the silver for the gold by dropping the silver and then drop it here. But then the gold drop happens. Okay, that's quite awful. Let me quickly check the whole game. Which opening? Right side king again. Right side king is quite interesting. Maybe I also should try it. Yeah, this side seemed to be attacking pretty well, but then it got turned around pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, that explains a lot. What is this pawn drop? It's so like this pawn drop is not necessary if we're going to take this gold, right? It's interesting that now we have a silver drop, so maybe that was the point. Okay, lance drop, king escape, silver drop. I thought, yeah, but no, it was checkmate anyway. All right. I recommend you guys follow Moore Guy and Zen to watch. If you ever saw them playing, just take a look, because those guys are the pair of the strongest European players, if you didn't know. I recommend watching strong players in general, because it's hard to learn the endgame, but okay, last piece of advice, how to learn a good endgame. You go to Shogi Club 24. I know, Shogi Club 24, we don't like Shogi Club. You go there, you log in Japanese or whatever. Can you log in as a guest? You log in. You click, those are computers. Those without the done, those are computers or title holders. In this case, those are computers. You click watch. And you, how do you say in English? Infuse? No. Like a sponge. You get all those cool moves into you. Yeah. You watch. Oh my god, what a cool piece drop here. This game has already ended. Whoa, that's amazing defense. Yeah, you watch and you get a feeling. Absorb, yeah. Absorb. You get the feeling about the flow of the game, yeah? Because getting the feeling about the flow is also very important. When the middle game becomes end game, where the end game comes back to the middle game, where the opening ends, when is the oh god, the sound. When is the perfect opportunity to like attack? All of this you can learn by watching those, yeah? So really recommend. And they worked on the web page, so it's easier accessible than before. How do we change it? There's a button for it. Blacklist, logout, board options, orange, yellow. I thought there was a way to make the board bigger. I'm pretty sure, maybe because I'm a guest. You can always do this, I guess. I really recommend it. Mifa, what's your level on Shogi Club 24? Time Zombie asks. Live streaming, yeah, that would be also cool. Like just watch party, yeah? Medium on top of the screen. Oh, here, thank you so much. Extra large, sounds like some kind of pizza order. Extra large, please. Oh, what's your highest? What's your highest, Mifa? He does? That's cool. That's cool. So see, here, for example, you have this Tetsuji. And here, how do you defend it? Well, bishop drop is the usual one, yeah? And now, the bishop is also defending the 3-9 square, very important, protecting the silver. And this side has only pawns, so you will naturally make another token. If the pawn is taken, a token will be made. So now this side is in trouble. What he's going to do? Normally we would panic, right? But let's see what he's going to do. This castle looks so nice. I will lower the volume a little bit more. Take the knight, meaning the attacking power is lower now. For those two pawns, you might have to sacrifice those two pieces, which would be very bad. So once more, let's see if there is any defense. And we decide we prefer to go for the mutual attack. Gold 6-2, yes, we're going to get a rook. But is the rook enough to break the shape, yellow? No, right? Attacking it more directly with the knight is our chance. Here the opponent decides to slow down the attack by escaping, but it's not going to slow it much. Yes, the token will come in. And now the question is, does 2 bishops and 1 knight be faster than this? He still have a defense. All right, that's cool. He still had a defense. He could move away the... So he took it with the silver and then moved away. Pretty cool tactic we learned. Yes, from defense to attack. This is why it wasn't a bad bishop drop, because there is a usage for it. About the same as NT1 dojo, that's cool. I found some 900 plus is stronger than... Yeah. Yeah, there are some people hiding there. So now the Gote decided that he is scared. He will defend one more. And, you know, if this horse is deleted, this bishop is hanging. So it's like defensive, offensive move. The horse needs to keep connection to the bishop. We continue attacking. Probably the horse will come back. But because of this, it's kind of we drop this. Okay, if we compare it to this position, if we drop the silver here, as compared to this, it's like we gain the tempo if the horse were to. We gained one move, right? The horse will go to 5-5. It's like they repeated the position. Yeah, and it's protecting the knight jump. That's huge. So now once more it's got their turn to move. We have no further way to like attack the horse. So we're gonna get more pieces. We're gonna get more pieces, and next, once more, we can attack the horse, but this time we don't have the follow-up. The other way... Silver exchange. So because we would like to jump the knight, and the silver is doing nothing, we're gonna exchange them. If they take, it's attacking the horse, the dragon directly. So the dragon will come here, attacking the horse while threatening to go for 8 if the bishop is not here, or dropping the silver somewhere around. And once more, it's really hard to defend this move. And this is a chance for Gote now, I feel. I think he has a good move in this position. And that's knight drop 5-5, as Yellow mentioned, yeah. It not only attacks the horse, but also blocks the bishop, giving us 4-7 attack. Yeah, gold drop 8-2 was definitely, it was a losing move, unfortunately. Fugire is painful for Gote. Not necessarily, because he has a token. So now the question is, what do? We sacrifice the knight. Okay. So if the horse takes the dragon, we take the gold first. Take it, then take it. So this way we gain a gold in hand, right? I mean, exchange for the knight. If the gold takes, we are able to make a check or simply, make a check. If they drop something, we drop the silver. If they run, we can take the gold or drop the silver first and then take the gold. So now it looks quite rough once more. I believe it's check first. There are moves like something drop to 4-8, but there is this silver drop fork, chop drop. So it's not really working. The cheapest piece you can use would be the knight. But it's not really protecting this piece, right? So king runs, silver drop, king runs, taking the gold. Is a checkmate threat with a gold drop at the head. Okay, so here the silver drop, king runs, dragon takes would be a free piece. But as the silver drop is happening, I think the bishop will take it. Token will take it, king will take it, and then we end up with bishop and pawn in hand, and 2 generals will be protecting the king. So if we are able to play another move here, that would be great. I'm not sure if it exists. Oh. Oh, beautiful. So we're talking bishop being the perfect defensive piece. Pawn 5-7, I think bishop takes. So here, what was our problem? We didn't have our rook activated. So strong players don't concentrate only on one side of the board. They remember about looking everywhere, and they activate the rook in the most painful moments. So I assume they're gonna protect the bishop. No, they protected there. Okay. So they're still protecting the 3-9 square. So this is the critical point, yeah? We're learning here. The critical point of this shape, Dragon Talking, is this point. So we have to do our best to protect it. But there is... It still doesn't mean it's protected perfectly. Okay, so it's a little bit change of pace. Our opponent dropped the silver, meaning they don't have really a quick attack. Because they don't have enough pieces to continue attack. So we are slowing down and attacking. So this is not only defending, slowing down, defending, but also threatening to take the knight. Gold takes, this silver becomes little less protected, right? The opponent is like, well, I would like to continue my attack on 3-4 square. This horse is like a great defender, helping with everything. You would take the knight. Okay, let's see if this is the correct answer. Well, the silver was taken. So if the bishop takes, it leaves the attack and we can promote the rook. If either gold takes, if you go down, this knight will be unprotected. If this goes sideways, this line becomes a weakness. So maybe the rook will be, the dragon going here, making a fork will be good. So we have to go down. We can continue double attack and then taking the knight. But because it's so undefendable, it's a fork. You ignore the fork and continue attacking. Bishop is taken. So I think, you know, Gote slowly. Look how hard it is to win Shogi game on this level. Slowly taking points, making sure we don't make a mistake. Taking 1 point, small point at a time. They're getting closer to the win. Do you think the bishops would be helpful? I think not having the bishops attack your king would be the biggest insurance for Gote. And this is why he took it. Here the silver takes, but then the knight will jump. Silver takes, it's really like this silver was forced away of the castle pretty brutally right now. We could consider going diagonally. But our opponent had exchanged this piece and then have rook gold to attack together with this pawn, yeah? This pawn will be considered the third attacking piece. Rook 7-6, 4-6, yeah, at some time, but currently we're defending a little bit, yeah? Definitely moving this rook over here and stuff will be an interesting move. Immediately 1-6 knight drop is also a very interesting move to me. Remember, yellow, we talked about this sideway rook power. Look, it's even working in the endgame. Suddenly 1-6 knight drop. How demonic looking move that is. How beautiful. So again, we do not panic, we defend. We take the rook, the dragon has to take. Yeah, it is, it is. It's this kind of move that would make me want to throw something at my opponent. Yeah. Don't do that. So I think we should take the gold rather than the silver because the gold is stronger piece. Unfortunately, it forces the silver to join the defenses. We don't have to do it immediately. So we're trying to make an opening, yeah? We don't play the obvious move because we're not in hurry again. This knight is not to be taken. Our king is safe enough. We play slower moves. The end game, it was almost end game. It came back to the middle game. Yeah, but it's... Please consider, like, Sente's fighting spirit. Please consider that Shogi is a game that it can turn around. And look how we can fight. Look how we can continue fighting, yeah? His king is safe now, so he can do anything. It's not easy. Shogi is not an easy game. And watching those high-ranked players, you understand it, right? There is always a possibility, always hope. On this particular platform, you cannot make a Nifu, sadly, but 4 gold versus 4 silvers, yeah. So yeah, this shape, the weakness is if you take the silver has to like open up the king. So I was expecting like 5-2 gold, but 4-1 is a little bit better, it's a little bit closer. So Gote. Will Gote attack? No, Gote will defend. The pawn drop, the meaning is there's a side rook drop. So we're preventing that. Also, we're preventing 5-2 gold drop. 2 birds with 1 stone. And we're exposing more and more. Just with pawns, look guys, just with pawns, how much work he's doing. Isn't this amazing? Just with pawns. Yeah, I will remind you. It started with this amazing position that he had. Pawn sacrifice. Pawn drop. Pawn drop. Pawn drop. How scary that is. How scary simple pawns are. So we're trying to calm down the position. But it seems to me maybe Sente has a chance here. Because, as we already talked, endgame, speed is everything. If he has an attack, he has an edge. Before, the fight was whenever Gote's attack would run out or not. Turned out that he activated the rook, so the attack didn't run out. And he took a bishop, right? For free, it seemed. And now, in exchange for that material, Sente gained an initiative, right? He managed to defend, and he's attacking now. Now, it was a middle game, I think, but slowly, Sente is approaching the king. So now it's the fight whenever he will succeed or not. It's late endgame, late middle game, I'd say. According to one book I was reading, phases like middle game, end game, and so on, they all have their own middle, opening, and end game phases. So it's kind of complex, according to the top pro that wrote that book. But yeah, generally Sente now tries to approach the king, and Gote is the one defending. So the flow of the game changed. Gote was the one attacking, but now Gote is the one defending. So yeah, probably pawn drop to 4-4 will happen. No, okay, we're exposing the weakness again. Okay, and here... gold takes gold, silver we retake it. Or if we take the silver, we disturb the gold. So depends what we prefer. I would prefer to take the silver and then drop 4-4 pawn. If the bishop escapes, followed with 4-3 pawn, silver. So like pawn silver. The gold can run back, but depending on the situation, we can continue attacking. Not really. I think Gote can defend it. yeah, so here you can see another type of techniques, yeah, that are not written in shogi books. How to, like, those consecutive pawn drops. This is something you cannot learn from a book. This is something you learn from practice. By the way, if bishop takes this pawn, there's a rook drop here for king to pieces, so be careful. In that case, bishop drop would defend, but we would take the gold and make a token. Whoa! Who would expect a knight drop on 1-6? Who would expect this move? Whoa, taken by the... This is actually impressive. Taken by the bishop. Alright, I like it. So Gote is like, alright, I had enough of the defense. Let me go on the offense. And here, next, he's threatening to drop the knight on 3-5. Targeting the 4-7 square, using the floating rook power once more. Pretty cool. So Sento is like, please, I will be the one to attack you quicker. And Gote is like, no, I shall be using the bottom pawn. Which is pretty scary. The bishop escaped with a tempo, so it deleted the lance on 1-9, which makes the king quite unsafe. It's a pretty epic way to defend. Instead of simply moving away the bishop, the knight drop was definitely the move. We have to take, pawn will retake. There's a square on 4-1 still that can be abused. Could be a rook drop. But let's assume rook drop, gold drop, taking the pawn. Now it's Gote's attacking phase, right? So we have to consider giving away a turn to make a dragon. Therefore, we should consider other attacking move or defending, but defense is a little bit hard. So are we gonna consider knight drop, which is pretty cool move. Again, you wouldn't see this kind of move in the books. Pretty epic. Everything for the tempo, right? Everything, because it's endgame now. We're very close to the king. So it's kind of like, I feel blood, I smell blood, and I'm going for it. You become a shark. Nom nom nom, I want the king. That's the endgame. I was reading about the vital uses of the pawn in both attack and defense, and this is cool to see almost every usage being covered in this game. Yes, we didn't see joining pawn, but indeed, we are learning a lot here. So one side defense, the other side defense. This is also a flow of the game in shogi. But here, yeah, this is the move that might be hard to find for a beginner, but this is the obvious move. We speed up. We speed up because this knight wasn't good enough. We see a gold, we take it, meaning very strong defensive piece is gone. It's a natural follow-up. We see the chance to bite the king, we go for it, yeah? You don't see those kind of moves on like down players. This like low down players. This has to be observed on a higher rank games. And you should, guys, once more, watch it and absorb it. You don't have to understand the moves. Get the flow of the game. Flow of the game. Flow of the moves. Yeah? You showed me weak move. I'm going strong. The pawns are used to attack stronger pieces, defend the pieces, block the lines, promote the talking. I wish that rook was a gold general. So, yeah. So here it's also blocking, yeah? The sideway attack. It's blocking the talking, as you said. It's almost over. This is a painful drop to make because it can be taken by the silver. And here we go. I think my headphones are slowly dying. Shorekai? I don't know. Could be pros, could be Shorekai. Could be strong amateurs. They are 5 down. That's strong, but not as strong as 7 to compare it. Okay, so we took the knight and so we take the defender, right? Take the defender at the attacker. Very basic idea. Here we are attacking the rook. I think the move, the bishop drop to 3-4 was quite interesting one. I wouldn't have thought about it. and resignation happened. There is no defense. See, guys? Just one game. How many Tesuji did we see? How many? Much better than reading in a book. We should do it more often, definitely. Hope you enjoyed. And you can also, by watching, you can learn the Joseki moves. You don't have to read scary Japanese books. You don't have to understand those. Just observe flow of the game. Try to find out what was their target. What is the phase of the opening. Here you see that horse is the piece that we want to abuse. Horse is the piece we want to abuse. Activate the inactive pieces. Material advantage. No defense, continue attacking. Attacking offensive move. Perfect defense. Weak move, punish. Attacking the bishop, protect the bishop. Go for the decisive move. Boom. Now this is the endgame shape that you guys should learn, right? This move is like at a glance, this gold move. So get Millennium lessons for free, exactly. Stretch, thank you, Abigail. So hope you guys enjoyed. We can do a watch party like this somewhere in the future. If you guys would like to propose this type of streams, if you enjoyed it, make sure to tell me on the Discord and discuss it with other members. And yeah, I will be there offline every day from morning to the evening. Yellow says, Singh got a chasing that horse reminded me of Tanigawa, who said that chasing the opponent's strongest defensive piece in the endgame is often much stronger than it looks. Yes. Yes, he was right, wasn't he? So I hope you enjoyed the Sunday Shogi. And I will see you not next week. Next week I will be in Germany. But we'll be talking with Paul whenever we will have additional Shogi stream during the week. We're gonna announce it on Discord. And one more thing, on Friday, we will have the collaboration with the YouTuber Crazy Oli. Or was it Oli Crazy? Crazy. You guys probably heard about Nibik trying to contact this amazing VTuber. He managed to, and we will have a stream somewhere on Friday. So if you wanna be once more notified about this, make sure you join the Discord. Yes, he was my manager always. So thank you so much and have a great Sunday, or if you're in Japan or that part of the world, Monday. And goodbye for now. Bye bye.